Rieslings, or as I like to call them, Rizzas. Welcome to the Geordie Wine Guide. If we're going back 100 years, Riesling was like the most sought after, most expensive wine in the world. But I don't know what happened, because in the late 20th century it became really unfashionable. The reason that people in the UK hate Riesling is because of wines like Blue Nun and Liebfraumilch and all that shite. These are some of the most long-lived, exciting wines in the world. Some of the most vibrant, complex, I would say energizing. I think the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go through the flavours that you might expect in a Rizza. So Riesling grows all over the place. Hot climates, cool climates. You can make it sparkling, you can make it dry, sweet. So it's pretty versatile. So Riesling in a warm climate, it's probably going to be a bit peachy. You might get some ripe stone fruit, you might get some tropical flavours. Still great acidity, you might have a bit of citrus there as well. A bit of juicy fruit and that. Yeah, maybe some florals as well. So in the cooler climates, Riesling does very well. We're talking about a lot of citrus, lots of acidity, energising, brings your palate alive. It's going to have a particular mouthfeel from that big acid. We're going to feel minerality on our palate perhaps. A lot of the cool climate Rieslings smell like lime as well, proper limey wines, like the lime jumps out the glass, especially in places like the Eden and Clare Valley in Australia, proper limey. Kerosene, petrol, blow-up bed, all of that sort of stuff, that's inherent in the grape variety. So you only normally get that sort of thing with Riesling. So on the sweet Rizzas, we're going to be looking for mango, pineapple, passion fruit, lots of honey, and hopefully a bit of that petrol and kerosene as well, and savoury aromas. When Riesling ages, those petrol aromas start to intensify, especially after about 5 or 10 years. And then you also start to get this savoury stuff and nuttiness as well. So it's really complex wine. So these wines can age for decades. 10, 20 years is like no problem for the top Rizzas. There's plenty of Rizzas that could even age for like 50 or 100 years, honestly, just because they've got so much acid and so much sugar preserving them. So Riesling is what I would call a sommelier's Swiss Army knife. You would not believe how well they pair with spicy foods. So any curries, any Thai food, Asian dishes, anything with a bit of a kick. Have you ever tried to drink a 14% wine with something spicy? The alcohol gets in the way of the chili and it like makes it even more fiery. It's a bit weird. But a lower alcohol wine won't interfere with the chili in the same way that a 14% wine will. And also that little bit of residual sugar as well just calms the spice a little bit and just tends to work really well. And when you're talking about 7 or 8% alcohol, you can literally smash the whole bottle and it's fine. Especially if it's a half bottle. So that's a little overview of Riesling. In the next video, I'm going to try and simplify what is a very complicated classification system. All of them German wines that have got ridiculous names and that, and you can't figure out if they're dry or sweet. So I'm going to give you a little overview of all the different levels of Riesling in Germany, because that's where most of the best Rizzas come from. See you soon.